Dude says.
What are we doing for my birthday?
What do you want to do?
Tonight's my birthday dinner.
What do you want to have?
Taz was talking about making bolognese, but it's such a huge job making bolognese, especially the way she does it. Just started like 9 a.m.
Did she?
And she got last I left, Rudy was like pulling on her sweat on her.
He's going for it these days, huh?
He's going full bore, bro. He's going full
For the rest of his life?
full swing.
What do you
No,
know?
I would imagine there's like going to be a couple of years there, like 12 to 15, where he's just like, oh, I fucking hate you, Dad. He's like just super
So funny.
emotional, but like
Angsty.
doesn't know how to express it, so it's just quiet and reserved.
I mean, that's just.
Did you guys
one
go through that
idea.
time, Steve? That's just how Steve is still. Did you guys go through a moment in time where you were like, oh,
Yep. I mean, not in that way, but.
were you
yeah,
quiet and were just like angsty and
Julian 7 minutes ago.
Yeah. I was in 11th grade, just baked out of my mind every moment of my life. And I got like a .07 GPA that whole year.
yeah.
And it's just because I just didn't show up to anything. And I if I was in class, I just had my headphones on and was like blasting Tech 9 and like
Oh,
Right.
shout out to Tech, Kansas City.
listening to instrumentals and writing raps.
Everybody, Tech
That's
9
how
goes
I
so
did it.
hard.
So hard, dude. Some of his old music is so cool.
Is it 9 with a Y?
It's a 9 with a 9. N9NE.
Tech 9. Did he, I always think this about people who do the face paint thing.
What do you think about the people with the face paint?
Well, they have to do it every night. That'd be so annoying.
Would it?
To have to do your makeup every night before you go on stage.
When you're getting paid a fuck ton of money, I guess it's probably fine.
It doesn't matter how much money you're getting paid. It's
Well, it's
just
part of
that
his
you
thing,
have
man.
to,
It's just like what he
sit-
wants. It's what he chose to do it. It's like what he wants to do.
Right, but like the Kiss guys. Do you think that it ever got weird? Just
They
like
were in my dream last night. That was so weird.
you had a weird dream. You had a dream about Kiss?
Yeah, it was like side stage watching Kiss like in their prime. And I was just like, I don't know. I think I was like strangely not impressed. Sorry.
Nothing
Here goes.
strange.
Oh,
Nothing
4,
strange about not being impressed. By
5, 6,
Ugh.
7, 8.
It's good.
That was pretty weak. One.
We got it on the podcast.
What's the most you've ever done? 20?
Like 27 or something? I mean, it'll continue from here, so it's like consistent, like straight through. Sometimes I'll have like over 100 because it'll just keep happening. Like I'll take a break and then it'll come back.
No, I'm saying without a break.
Yeah, I think like 27. I don't know. I probably didn't count it. Probably 90.
Right, the ones that were like the best. You didn't
Yeah.
have somebody sitting like
Yeah,
recording.
when we
it
were on
video.
tour, you were like trying to capture every single time on video. Like
I am not
every time
figuring-
I'd start, you'd like pull out your camera
I'm
and
not
like
quick enough with my
be
fumes.
over.
My fumes aren't quick enough.
Yeah, yeah. I was. Oh, thank you,
Yeah,
Steve.
thank you. Hey, give me some over here too. Give me, Daddy.
Thanks, Daddy Yankee.
Prish.
Yeah, my 11th grade year, I was pretty. I don't know if it was angsty. I was just like not. I was not enjoying anything that I was learning in school, and I wasn't feeling very, like, challenged by the stuff that I was
Just were into
trying to do. I just wasn't into it, and like all I was into was music and trying to like figure that thing out for myself. And
Yeah.
I had some like arrogant idea that I was gonna be awesome without the help of any institution.
Yeah, I had a couple years there where I was just like, I had a penchant for darkness. I'd like to go back though to the face paint thing because I think that Steve, correct me or maybe chime in on this. It would get really annoying after like the 53rd show. I mean, I guess Kiss probably has people doing all that.
He doesn't
shit
do
for
it
him.
every time either. I've been to like I went to probably plus 10 shows of his.
Gotcha. So it's not always.
No.
He's not always doing it. But like Kiss guys, they like have to do it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, but think of the movies that people have to spend 6 hours doing their makeup.
Right, but that's not for their entire life.
No, you're right, I guess, but
I mean,
Like,
yeah,
think about the
he does a
Gwar. Think
different
about
thing
the
every time,
Gwar.
too.
Think about Gwar.
yeah, Guar.
Gwar, is that how it's pronounced?
Yeah,
Think about these guys, bro.
they're
That'd be fun.
incredible, dude.
Oh, I
They're so good. If you get a chance to go see
I'm
Guar,
sure they-
go.
I mean, they-
wear
they-
something you don't care about because you're leaving.
It's
Spain.
obviously not like your preference of
no. Listen, it's not. I
how
don't.
to be.
No, it's not. I don't care. I don't care that like.
You're just asking if it's annoying. Like,
I would say it's got to be annoying.
Yes.
It has
I think
got
it
to
would
be
for
annoying
me
eventually.
Personally, I think it's annoying. I would be annoyed.
Like just to be like, why can't we? Can we just do one show without the fucking like lizard, like the sperm shooter?
yeah,
Doesn't
I don't
Gwar?
know.
Gwar has like a Gwar.
Those
sorry,
are cool.
Gwar.
I've never even seen that.
Their outfits looking.
What are they? How do they make those?
I don't
back to
know.
They have
medieval
like full
times?
shows. Like I had. See, I've seen them like 3 times.
Really?
I've seen the Sacrifice
Cool.
of the Virgin Mary. I've seen Mike Tyson get his head chopped off. I've seen all kinds of stuff. But yeah, they all like wear dildos that squirt water and
Really?
blood goes everywhere. Yeah, it's like they come in. Their crew
Well,
comes
is
in.
it is it just like death metal?
Yeah, it's just hard rock.
Yeah.
They come in and the crew has to saran wrap pretty much the entire room. It's like a splash zone too, like SeaWorld. And like if you're in the first 20 rows, you're going to leave covered in all kinds of shit.
So here's
But they're
another.
a terrific band. The reason behind the costumes is that I think the only original member might be the drummer, but the costumes were like they were a rotating cast of guys that were
Right.
all in other bands.
That's kind of why I would. That's the reason why the costume thing would be cool is if you were able to franchise what you were doing, and then you could have like 30 different Guars touring at the same time.
Yeah, it's like the Blue Man Group or something.
Right. Like the Blue Man Group, you know, that's the benefit of the Blue Man Group is that there's anonymity. And you can just have like 90 different Blue Mans filling in. Nobody knows who they are. It's the same show. You can teach the same show to anybody. But I'm saying as a member of one of those bands, like, God, a quarter of the way into that tour, I'd be like, oh, my God, I got to put this freaking thing on again. I mean, their day is so much longer than mine, without question.
Well, what else are you doing when you're on tour?
Well, I mean, I take a long time to warm up and, like, do my breathing before the show, usually about...
Don't you have like a lot of downtime too, though?
I personally do, yes, because I have... well, no, I don't know. I mean, my day, let's go through my day. Obviously, me and, like, Steve's day are different. Steve, on the road, he'll wake up at noon, or I don't know if you wake up at noon or you're at load in at noon. But
Load in at noon.
So load in at noon, and you're going with a few breaks in between, but not long ones.
No, it's pretty much doors to, or like, yeah.
Pretty much till the time the
Say, like-
trailer opens to the time the trailer closes, those guys are doing something with like some time in there to eat, but not a whole lot of time. I have sound check at 5 usually, or 4. And then I'm going until pretty much trailers close.
What do you do till 5?
So 4 till 5 is sound check. Then right after sound check, there's usually a VIP.
What do you do before any of this happens, though? Is what I'm asking.
Oh, before it, just go grab lunch, check out the town. I usually go on a walk, like in the morning. If I don't go on a run, if I'm on the road, I'm trying to run at least like a couple miles a day.
You sound so centered and grounded.
It just helps me not lose my voice. I've lost my voice so many times on the road, and it's just like, it's miserable. It's like the worst feeling ever. People like paying money to go hear you do one thing and you can't do it.
Yeah.
It's like, great. Be like, hey, doc.
Well, I'm sure these guys are paid to do 2 things: dress up and sing.
Yeah, I'm not.
So it's just another
Yeah,
component of everything. So it's just like they spend, probably from noon to
Yeah, I'm
Sound check.
not saying that it isn't a reward. I'm not saying anything other than like posing the question: how annoying would it have to be to dress and undress in these costumes?
I think you would just get sweaty.
She's kind of cute. Spiky purple Amazon. What's that all about? She's yoked up. Is that?
Sally Jesse Raphael.
No. What's the? Oh, so they even have like front women and they switch it up.
No, they just have like a cast of minions too, running around like bringing out the props, and it's like a musical.
Right.
Where do they play? Like big, huge arenas.
They'll play like
and stuff?
Knitting Factory when they come to Spokane.
Yeah. Like they would do like Sodo, Showbox Sodo, like that kind of venue.
Yeah,
Wow.
like 1,000 to 3,000 probably is where the top out is.
Yeah, I've seen them at. Yeah.
Sweet.
Whatever the biggest kind of that size venue, you know, before you get to like like a shed, something that's like 5,000 to 6,000 up.
What if a band like Guar approached you and was just like, hey, we'll double your salary and income and whatever you're making right now to come on and be like an accessory to our band and just be in this and forever?
What does an accessory mean?
Like you're part of the band. You're not the front guy. You're just part of you're just another part of the band.
Yeah, no.
No.
I'm not into the music.
Mm-hmm.
If I was super into Guar, like who's the guy that started singing lead vocals for Queen? Adam Lambert. You know this?
No, he started singing lead vocals for Queen, like the Queen, like
Queen the band.
comeback band.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he, first and foremost, dude, what a great pick.
Adam Lambert.
I don't know if you've heard Adam Lambert sing Queen tunes.
A little bit.
Dude can sing.
Dude
Yeah.
can sing his ears off.
Yeah, he's crazy.
He's hella good. If a band like that, you know, like a band whose music I was previously into, approached me, hell yeah, I would consider it. But not Guar. I'm just not into the music.
You're not into the music.
I mean, I wouldn't say that I even know the music really.
I'll sing you a song.
This is look at these folk after a Guar show. That's awesome, dude.
Exactly. That's exactly what it looks like. So fun.
That's hilarious.
That's crazy.
I
man.
would go to one with you guys. Should we want to go to Guar next time we're coming to town?
Fucking A, dude. I wouldn't miss it. Fish fuck baby. I want to fuck you with a fish.
Is that a song?
Yeah.
Wow.
What about Juggalos? You guys know about
Is that a band?
Insane Clown Posse?
They used to open for Tech 9 all the time, and I used to see them.
They used to open for them?
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Yep.
Dude, ICP is absurd.
Yeah, they're fucking awful, dude. They're so. I mean, whatever, dude. People that dig them.
They're like Kiss. It's a marketing scheme. I mean, that was
Just the
Kiss's
music
whole
was
tag. They're
just
like, we know we're
fuck.
cheesy. We know we're terrible. We know we're terrible, but we're gonna sell lunchboxes until the day we all die.
Right, but weren't they just? I mean, it's just kind of that same shock value
As ICP.
angle that. Like ICP is like shock value, right? Like
Yeah.
they were like
That's
kind of
what I'm
just
saying.
saying.
That's what Kiss was. It was like, we know there's all these other incredible bands that are doing this thing. We're just making our own little, I don't know, BDSM niche on it.
Have you guys seen the?
And I think they painted their faces for anonymity. I think like one's like a professor at Michigan, like State or something, and they were just like these like
Cool. Makes
you know,
me like them better.
these like nerdy New York Jewish guys that were just like, we want to keep our anonymity and just have fun with this cheesy, corny rock crap. But
Cool.
Do you think there's any woman, like a human being alive named Anonymity?
Anonymity. Anonymity.
Anonymity.
of course,
There must, dude.
Let's see what she looks like. Yes, this is Anonymity. There's a nail salon right by my house. I think they changed their name finally, but for the longest time it was Ann Nails. Fucking anals,
dude,
bro.
it was right next to your house, right?
Yeah,
It's like that dingy, cracked-in looking house that said Ann Nails.
Ann Nails.
Anonymati's.
I was like, bro, how does nobody tell you? I think I took a
Nails.
picture of it one
And
time.
nail. I mean, it doesn't really play that well.
Literally the first thing I thought of when I saw it. Anals. I mean,
No, this was like painted on the side of the door.
Yeah, it was like
Dude,
on
you
the
remember-
side of the house.
Yeah, Steve, were you living in Seattle when Alan had his face painted on the Easy Street Records at
See if I can
in
find
like
it.
Queen Anne?
Yep.
Were you there? Oh, well, you must have been because it was like the week prior when they did it the first time, and it was fucking so. It looked like his face was just squished together. It was so funny, and then they redid it because it was so bad.
Here,
Oh
see,
my
this
God.
is a picture of the good one.
Yeah, that was amazing.
That one was really good, but they had they had one.
God,
I
it was
looked.
so good, dude. Somebody had a picture
Go
of
back
it.
to the picture of the good one. I just switched to the.
I felt really bad because like somebody worked so hard on it.
Dude, yeah, I mean, I worked super hard on the portrait I'd made of my girlfriend Megan Raymond when we were 18, but she looked like Fran Drescher on meth. And so did you when this person painted you the first time.
It looked so bad. I looked very unfortunate.
Ugh.
The second one was pretty good.
I mean, yeah, dude, that's perfect.
They even got
They
like
even like made you look better than you look.
I know they what
I
what I
know.
liked the most about it was that they actually got like how you can tell how bad somebody's vision is by looking at their glasses,
Mm-hmm.
especially somebody who has really bad eyesight. I can look at somebody,
Yeah.
oh my god, just oh my goodness from far away.
Yeah.
They were able to represent that in this painting of me. How just terrible my eyesight is. I thought that's very clever.
That's look at how many like little chunkies are going on in your neck, like with your Adam's apple. Like you can tell that it's there, and that's like the real shading of your neck and your Adam's apple. But it's just like it's what a paint job, dude.
Yeah, incredible paint job.
It's just amazing.
Painting's gnarly, especially like portrait painting. That's
Yeah.
really good. Like, actually,
Like the reflection in your glasses.
you guys ever heard of this artist named C.J. Hendry?
No.
C.J. Hendry is an Australian. I don't even know the kind of art, but like, that's a painting.
Really?
That's paint.
Cool.
Look how wild that is. She is unbelievable, the stuff that she paints. C.J. Hendry. It looks absolutely real. Like, look at that. That's a real. That's a painting right here.
That's a painting?
Right here. That's a painting. That's colored
Come
pencil,
on.
essentially.
Really?
And that's the original thing that she's representing.
What Oh, it's the card, not the whole thing. Like she didn't
So
draw the
where my cursor is,
yeah.
that's a painting. These are the pencils she used, and that's what she was painting.
What a cool thing to know how to do. That's crazy, dude.
Unbelievable.
Wow.
Look at Mr. Potato Head.
Do you guys ever paint?
Not really.
I love painting.
I'm just not good at like drawing.
Yeah,
You know what I
don't
was
think you have to
getting,
be
you know
good
what I
at
got
drawing,
into
though.
though recently is Procreate on my iPad. It has been super fun.
What are you laughing at, Steve?
This has gotten into procreating.
Look at this. Look at her stuff. This is. I think we can play this actually too on the show. It's just cool. Watch this. Watch her go. Look at the gold. Look at the shimmer on that, bro.
Look at how big that piece of design is, dude.
Unbelievable.
I wish I could do anything.
That's so cool.
That is cool. You don't like painting because you feel like you need to be good at like drawing or something. Because when I paint, I don't try to do anything realistic. I just have fun on a canvas and kind of like let go.
Mm-hmm.
And it's awesome, man. It's like one of my favorite things. Such a joy, and honestly, some
should
of my
do it
like,
together.
favorite,
I've
some of
never-
my favorite paintings are like they're hung up in my room. I got this big like 5x8 canvas that's that I just went out and like filmed myself doing this like 30-minute, just like let's see what happens when I put myself on time lapse, and just like I took like towels and was like whipping it with paint, like dipping it in paint buckets and like whipping the canvas and pushing my body up against it and just like throwing paint at it, and it's like one of my favorite pieces. Super cool. Boyle said he'd buy it for $65. Told him he can't have it.
Yeah, I've just never gotten a ton of enjoyment out of it. I think maybe just because I've tried to be good at it instead of just being like okay with it, with whatever happens sort of thing.
Yeah, I just can't afford it.
Yeah, it can be expensive for sure.
You can afford Procreate, bro. I'll lend you the LIP. It's in my bag over there. We can pop it out, dude. Give me a Rembrandt.
I cannot afford a child right now.
No, you can't. But you can afford to use my application that is called Procreate.
I bet you if you had a child, you would afford it though, Steve.
Oh, without question. You'd show up. You'd figure it out.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Sell those, right?
You, unfortunately, I think can sell a child, yes. But I would...
I'd keep it.
You'd keep it.
I got a big lawn. It needs
God
to be
bless
mowed.
you. Have you guys seen these, you know, I have these Roombas in my house?
Uh-huh.
They're making lawnmower Roombas.
Wow. What's next?
How are you not intrigued by that at all?
I'm just like, it's just amazing because, like, I mean, it makes sense. It's just like, what's next? Everything is going to be a
It's going to be
robot.
amazing, dude.
It's just
Alan can't wait for the AI universe to take hold.
No.
It already has taken hold. What are you talking about?
For it to really take hold, for us to be
What more needs to happen
inferior
for you to
race.
feel like
that guy walking through your lawn.
No, like
that's right
the
there.
movie Surrogates is what Alan's waiting for.
Yeah.
I don't know what that movie is.
It's Bruce Willis and they basically just live in pods in their house, and then they're digitally put into like escape of the world and do their. He's like
See,
a
I don't-
30-year-old cop, but he's actually like a 6-year-old dude in his house.
There's something that's
See, I
just
don't
nice
think- I
about
don't-
mowing your lawn when you have a lawn to mow.
Yeah, that's amazing. But think about how much think
Time
about how many
you save. I know.
think about how many people are on the planet, right? Think about
Uh-huh.
how many more hours in a day. If there was a way that we could engineer not having to sleep. Think about how many more things we'd be able to accomplish.
It's such a bad way to think about things, though, man. Like, think about if we never had to sleep and how many more things we could do. It's just like, think about how great sleeping is, and think about how great like
sleeping is great because you need it, though. If you think about
It's also
sleep,
great because it just feels nice.
of course. So if you were able to consistently experience that same feeling without the time constraint, would you not do it? If you could, if you
just
if there
can't,
was-
dude. You're speaking hypotheticals. So like, what how like is a Roomba lawnmower gonna make that happen?
Yeah. What are you talking about? Yeah,
What
I don't
are you
have.
talking
I don't
about?
have to vacuum or squeegee my floors. That saves me at least an hour every time I would have to do it.
Yeah. So you go and find something else to do.
Exactly. Things that are more like a better use of my time.
I'm just saying there's something that is rewarding about just doing that yourself, about just like enjoying the process of mowing your lawn, enjoying the process of sleeping.
Okay, great. Yeah, I'm not saying if you want to go analog and squeegee your floors, go for it. You'll have the freedom to do that. But if you would prefer to do something else with your time, and having that option is, I think, awesome.
Yeah, well, you have a robot house.
Dude, it's sick.
That seems dangerous.
Yeah, the
I'm not-
robot
I'm not a fan
robot
of it.
lawnmower does seem dangerous to me. I think you'd have to like lock your
Like
kids
if that
far
thing
away.
went rogue, like sorry cats.
I'm not worried about the cats.
I'm not super into it, but I'm not a hater of it. I just won't have one. I also don't have a lawn, so and no point.
Yeah, the robot lawnmower. I'm curious what underneath. I haven't seen one underneath. Okay, so this is what it looks like underneath. Huh.
To all you listeners out there,
that
this
seems
is
dangerous.
a very computer visual heavy episode.
Yeah, you might want to go check out the visual online. Yeah, the Rogue iRobot vacuum, or excuse me, iRobot lawnmower does seem a little sketchy.
Yeah, it's kind of how I felt about cars when there's like, oh yeah, just digitally automated cars. It's like, dude, someone
Yeah,
just
but then-
hacks those.
But do you ever think about how? I mean, first of all, cars that are analog operated by humans can be hacked.
Of course.
But have you? When I'm driving down the freeway, and I dive into the thought experiment of how many people I have to trust on the freeway going 70 miles an hour,
All of
it
them.
blows my mind. I would much rather trust like engineers who have their doctorate than like Kathy, who's all hyped up on Vicodin. I think like we're just used to the world as it is, and so when we think of this like digital takeover, we're like, oh, it's kind of scary because I've seen Minority Report. I'm not saying it's not scary, but the world we live in right now is terrifying.
Well, we're gonna find out one way or another, so it's gonna happen, and then we'll see who's scared and who's not, based on the circumstances that provide themselves.
Yeah, I think that what I hope happens is that the things that machines will be able to take, like AirPods, right? How much have AirPods improved your experience with your phone? Like me personally, AirPods have allowed me to talk on the phone for once. Because like holding something up to my ear, I loathe it. But just having earpods in and walking around freely without having a phone allows me to stay on the phone. That's a movement in technology that I think has improved my experience. Whereas like the phone and social media, it's allowed me to reach out and reach a lot more people, but it's also been like a suck of my life and a black hole. So the balance there is a little bit offset, I think. What I hope will happen is that technologies will do that thing moving forward. Now that we are seeing shows come out like the documentary on the social dilemma, where technologists are thinking about what inventions they're bringing to market and how they're going to affect the human experience. I hope that technology moves forward in this capacity that's going to alleviate these jobs that human beings like really don't need to do, right? Like we kind of constantly loathe automation. Like, oh, automation is going to ruin. And for the most part, it potentially can. But the other way to think about it is that it could alleviate the human need for all these mundane jobs that should be below the human experience anyways. Mowing the lawn is one of them.
It's not true, man.
No, you see, here's the scoop on this, though. Screw the lawnmower. Dog poop picker-upper automatic? In.
You get yourself a dog, you're responsible for picking up their shit.
Yeah, or responsible for buying the robot that does it.
What's next? Like, oh, your kid shits? Get a robot to pick it up. Get a robot to take care of your child as well. Well, I'm out. I'm just going to go spend the rest of my time in Tahiti. My family's going to be taken care of because I got a robot nanny.
Yeah, no, that's not the same thing.
Well, it's moving in that direction.
No, dog poop versus
it's just moving in that direction. It's just moving in that direction. That's what I'm saying. That's my stance. That's where it's going by saying that.
No, it's not.
Well, I mean, it'll be an option, and you'll get to be the one to make the decision. So discretion will be heavily.
I don't think that there will be an option where, I mean, there could be, yeah, sure, far enough out in the future, but a robot that picks up your dog's poop versus a robot that rears.
What if a robot could wipe your kid's butt?
Hell yeah.
Mm-hmm. And what makes you say hell yeah if he's just like, great, I can also like sit with him for the next 2 hours while he's crying?
That's a good point.
There you go.
I think that we were talking about this earlier, is that the human experience right now is one of choice.
Mm-hmm.
And like the biggest obstacle facing human beings is what we discipline ourselves not to partake in.
Mm-hmm.
So right now, it happens to me all the time. I'll be hanging out with Rudy and I'll get that urge like, oh, dude, I wonder if somebody liked one of my pictures on the Instagram, right? And I'll have to choose in that moment. I have the right.
Mm-hmm.
I have the right as a human being to pick up my phone and do that. Happens all the time. Like, should I have this extra slice of cake? Should I drink this extra drink, right?
Mm-hmm.
We live in a world of excess right now as privileged Americans. And the experience that I think the trial that we're going to come up against, me personally, is opting out of things. And so, yeah, the technology available to us, the dog poop thing, yeah.
Just saying, man, it's a gateway drug.
No way, dude.
You're
Dog
so
poop
stupid,
thing
dude.
sucks.
That's, I don't know, man. I disagree.
Do you think you should analog manual scoop your dog's poo?
Not necessarily. I'm not going to get a dog because I don't want to scoop the poop regardless.
Right.
I'm not going to have a kid because if I'm going to spend all my time with him, I want to be able to have that time to spend with him. Until I can do those things, I don't want to. If I need to get a robot to do any of the things that I choose to have in my life, I don't want to have those things in my life.
What are you talking about? You have a phone in your pocket constantly.
Great. And I use it on my own accord. I use it.
It's a robot.
That's fine. I access it. I use it to my
Right, but it
by
does,
myself.
It does things for you that are robotic. And
I have a relationship with it that I have discretion over, though. Like I am, and as much as sometimes I'm like controlled by it, I'm still consciously choosing to do the thing with it.
Right. I'm consciously choosing to let an mechanical vessel scoop the poop of my dogs.
I get it. I'm not saying that you're a bad person for doing that. I'm just saying that's not what I'm going to do because I know that that's a gateway drug towards.
Right. And what I'm saying is you're already doing it.
Fine. I'm not going to have more things that allow me to do more of it.
What's a dishwasher? What's a washing machine?
Dude, like you can call me out all you want. I'm just not going to continue to take on more of those things to have them clean up my dog poop. If I'm going to choose to have a dog, I'm going to choose to have kids, I'm going to wind up getting robots to take care of them eventually, 20, 30, 40 years from now, and I don't want to live my life that way.
See, but I think that the other argument is that a dishwasher, there's been quite a few inventions in the household that have allowed whomever was tasked at raising the children to actually raise the children, like a dishwasher, like a sewing machine, like a washing machine. These inventions these have only happened in the last 100 years, and they allowed the human being, typically the woman, who was strapped with all of those duties in a household, sometimes with 11, 12 kids,
right,
to be more present in her child's life. So what are those technologies?
I get it, dude, but that's not always true. Like, you've seen WALL-E? WALL-E?
Yeah, it's a cartoon.
I get it, but it doesn't fucking matter. You're thinking in hypotheticals, like, what if this happens? That's not even, at least WALL-E has a concept and has like some reality attached to it in like what their thoughts and hypotheses are for the future.
Right.
And the farther along that technology gets, the more we become involved in our devices and the more and more we become lazy to the actual physical things that we can be doing as a result of having our devices kind of control us.
Yes, I think yes and I want to say yes and,
and
yes, but it's yes and no, because to go back to what we were talking about before, is that we are living in a world of choice, and you are going to be constantly riddled with choice throughout your life, and what you choose to, like, alleviating the need for me to vacuum my home has given me the time that I would normally spend tidying up my home to do other things. If I were to just sit on my tail and only drink soda pop and utilize that time for watching TV, then yeah, that's between me and my own destiny.
Right.
I don't think they're mutually exclusive, is what I'm saying. I don't think necessarily if you free up certain things in your life because of technology that you'll just naturally use it on lazy objectives.
You already see where our culture is as a result of social media and technology as it is currently in 2021. Mm-hmm. It's easy to speak for ourselves and say, I'm not going to let it control me. I'm going to like take advantage and build a life around the technology that comes. Great. But what is it going to do to the world around us and the people that we're surrounded by and like the culture? I don't want to see that world. I don't want to live in. You don't want to
see a world where nobody has to mow their lawn?
No, because they're just going to take advantage of that and like take it for granted and be fucking slackers and be fat fucks.
That's not absolutely not the case. That's what
the
point is.
You can't
like,
say it's absolutely not the case because you don't know. Well, I don't know either, but I'm not saying that this is what it's going to be. So you are saying that.
So yes and yes. Some people, yes.
That's all I'm saying is that I don't.
Some
want
people
to see,
no.
Do you like kids in their 20s right now? Like, do you think like the majority of kids in their 20s are like just fucking killing it and they're awesome? And are you just answering that to prove your own point, or like actually answer that
I don't
question?
hang out with a ton of 20-year-olds, but the 20-year-olds that I know, Blake, Tristan, Mac, they're rad kids. Yeah, they're super cool kids that can look me in the eyes and hold a conversation, and they're funny.
There's also like a higher suicide rate overall than ever currently in this like new decade because of kids who are like cyberbullying and freak the fuck out because of like what they see on fucking social media and how they're perceiving themselves and what the fuck the world is telling them to be.
Totally.
So that doesn't seem to be resolved by more of that kind of infiltrating their lives.
I think they're two different things. I think
of course they are, but that's still a byproduct of that thing.
No, a byproduct of social media is human beings having an unrealistic view of what life should or be. Should be or is.
I think you're speaking like from your own opinion of like what you're going to take from this. You don't know what the experience of another person is going to be like. Neither do I.
Right. The argument that I think we're attempting to have is a overarching perspective on technology, which is no. And my overarching perspective on technology is some yes, some no. Mm-hmm. I don't think that phones should be in the hands of children. I don't think they should have social media accounts. I think that cigarettes and social media accounts should live in the same atmosphere.
What about when phones don't get to be a choice of being in the hands of children and they just are a part of children because that's just how they are birthed with the chip that gets implanted into them when that starts to happen, if that starts to happen? And you don't even get to make that decision. Or you do, and it's just like a tracking device for a parent. Like, yeah, of course, because that's what everybody does, right? That's what we do now. It's like, it helps. It makes sense. Of course. So then that just is their like inherent device that they like are birthed with and have, maybe not birthed with, but like put in. And again, this is all just hypothetical.
Yeah.
But like, so it's not like, no, I don't think kids should have, you're not going to give Rudy a phone at 5 years old, but maybe 10 years from now, it's going to be like, hey, would you like your newborn to have the chip? Yes or no? And then it's going to be like, well, what is everybody else doing? Oh, 95% of the population. Oh, Kim Kardashian did it? Well, yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. Yep, I guess I will.
Yeah, I mean, that reality is possible for sure. I don't know. When we cross that road, we can cross that road. The reason why we started talking about this is technologies that alleviate us doing things that we don't need to spend our time doing.
Right, and I guess
you're arguing like a fifth dimensional world that doesn't exist.
My argument was like there's something special about being able to mow your lawn by yourself as a person, going out and doing the job of mowing your lawn in and of itself. And I get where you're coming from. But that's what, like, and there's nothing, I don't actually have any problem with something that mows your lawn and does the job. I'm not going to choose to do it myself. And I think it's gateway drug to the fifth dimension that we're
I don't look at it that way.
Arguing about.
I used to.
I know you don't.
I used to look at it like, no, I'm going to do it analog.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, I did.
I mean, that's because that was only your only choice.
No. I used to like, there was definitely a moment in time where I bought a real vacuum cleaner because I was like, nah, I'm going to do the cleaning. I will do it myself. And then there's certain things culturally that we just are okay with having, which dishwasher, washing machine. Like these inventions have allowed us so much more time. You know how fucking annoying it would be to have to wash your own clothes, like by hand? You know how much time that would take? It'd be absurd. right? An airplane. What does an airplane do? We take part in these technologies that utilize, that help make certain aspects of our life easier. A car, shoes, clothes, a jacket. These are technologies. Yeah. Even though they're not microchips, they're technologies that humans have developed over time to make certain things easier. Now, are there some technologies that go too far? Absolutely. But it is our job as human beings to delineate what that is and what it isn't. Yeah. And a automatic lawnmower, unless it runs over your child and kills it, it's good to go, Stevie baby. Give me a hey hey. He's in, dude.
Told you.
Barely breathing.
No, he's just not giving you a hey hey.
I know.
Because he doesn't buy it.
Well,
he's not buying a digital lawnmower.
My birthday's coming up, you guys. We can get one.
I'm not buying you technology either.
Right here, Works Land.
You're never gonna get technology from me for your birthday.
$1,000, bro. It's pretty expensive. But think about getting LASIK. What do you think of that?
Is that so that you don't have to wear glasses? Because you don't wear glasses anyways.
Mm-hmm. Well, I wear contacts.
So you just don't want to wear contacts?
Well, yeah.
Great. I don't know what bad vision feels like or is like. So LASIK would be.
Steve, you got good vision in one. Well, one of your eyes is wonky, right?
I got one wonky eye.
One wonky eye, but the other one's good to go.
Can we have some birthday beers?
Yeah, can we have some birthday beers, Steve? Would you mind?
Can you come sit with us right now, Steve?
Maybe like the 7th podcast we've done with birthday stuff.
It's your birthday. It's your birthday year.
Birthday
dude.
week. Birthday month.
The one podcast is a week.
It's birthday month.
That's okay. It is your birthday month, man.
Yeah, and I want the iRobot.
Get out of here, man, with your technologies.
Looks pretty cool.
Get out of here with your technologies.
With your technologies. We're on a podcast with 5 cameras.
We're talking. We're having a conversation.
Yeah, I know, but
the cameras have nothing to do with it. The cameras are there to provide
technologies.
I get it. What we're doing is a conversation that is a fluid thing between you and me.
The reason why we're having a conversation is because we can record it via technology.
We could also do it without doing any of that, which we do. We just wouldn't put it out. Hey, thanks, Stevie baby.
True. Thanks, Stevie baby. Hot dog.
Can you weigh in here, dude?
Can you please send me that photo of you without a beard so we can show the masses?
Can we talk about? I just need to know whose side you're on, Steve. Here, and you can be on Alan's side. I don't mind. I just want to know if I'm a complete idiot here or a complete asshole. Well, I know that's true.
You're not a complete asshole. I just think that you're not I personally, your argument is right. But it's not always right, is my point.
Of course it's not always right. I'm not saying it is right.
This specific argument is not mutually exclusive to technologies. There are certain technologies that we utilize. Running water, a toilet. Right. They're like technologies that we have made as human beings that make our lives better and easier for a good purpose.
Totally. I'm looking at
and I think robot lawnmower is one of those.
A robot lawnmower is good for you. A robot lawnmower might not be good for the rest of the population.
If they don't got good Wi-Fi.
That's what I'm talking about, dude.
It doesn't download. I keep hearing the beepy beepy, but it's not
here, dude.
Coming.
Check it.
Jules, you send it.
This picture is great. Hilarious.
Send me the whole squad. He got them from different angles.
Well, mine says copy that, which is even better.
Steve, would you please weigh in on the argument at hand?
I'm just a fat guy in a chair using technology, waiting to go to bed.
Well,
okay, that doesn't get us any closer to who's right in this.
Does it concern you for the betterment of humanity? No, he doesn't care.
No, I haven't been listening for like a half an hour. I don't know what you guys are even talking about.
It's
like Julian's like, I don't want the technology because I prefer to mow my lawn. Alan's going, yeah, but it's really convenient to have a lawnmower that does it itself. That's literally the whole conversation, and it's done.
That's not the whole conversation.
Pretty much.
No, the whole conversation was that stepping forward with these technologies and alleviating our need to do certain tasks is just throwing us farther down the road of never having to do a thing, which isn't good for human beings.
Yeah, I mean, before the wheel, everyone probably saw a wheel and was like, no fucking way. Everyone was riding a horse, and then they got a car, and they were like, no fucking way.
Right.
So there's benefits and not benefits. That's my point of, I guess, what I'm saying about this argument is that it's like you both have points, but neither of you are making them to dismiss the other person's point. It's like you guys are both right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good point. So you were listening.
Yeah, sure.
He was just over it. That's what he's saying.
You both have justified points, and it's to each his own with how they want to utilize those technologies.
Dude, Steve, you look like Wolverine in this photo.
I do.
This one, why didn't you? Oh, I was like, why didn't you keep the chops? And I was like, oh, you didn't actually do this.
No, it's some filter that like Laura just took some pictures of my face with.
Yes, dude. Copy Ty. Oh, copy that.
Yeah, I don't imagine that your face is
My face
actually
does not
that
look like
round.
No, I trimmed my beard down really short yesterday just to make sure. It like
Just to make sure.
It like replaces the beard with skin.
Bro, okay, do you know, like...
I look like Cam from Modern Family.
I don't even know who you... I told you that to me. I was like, you look like you're either 12 or 46. I couldn't tell.
No, he looks 14 in this photo.
Yeah, it looks like the 14-year-old that just went through puberty and just bashed out on his chest.
Hey, folks, today our episode is brought to you in part by our good friends at Ladder Coffee. Head to laddercoffee.com and you can order beans directly from the brewer, as well as some of this beautiful cold brew. Locally owned and operated out of Spokane, Washington. Check it out, Ladder Coffee.
I'm jacked!
I love that there are people in the world who, because of robot vacuums and robot lawnmowers, have enough time to come up with a fucking dumb app that removes facial hair from your face so we could enjoy this picture right here.
Yeah, you might be right there.
Bam, baby.
You proved you dropped the mic on that.
That's it, son. Ike is dropped,
The person
son.
definitely had a Roomba that made that app.
Exactly, bro. He had a Roomba and another Roomba.
It's true.
He had a Roomba for his Roomba.
It's true. I just want to be a morally correct person in the world, all right? I just want to be good. I just want to be a good human being.
You're a great human being.
Well, I mean, we touched on it earlier in the episode, too. It's like Julian prefers to paint on canvas. Alan likes to procreate.
That's it.
That's exactly what it is, man. Who's the real artist here, then, dude?
Oh, you for sure, bro.
Oh, God.
Oh, God. I mean, that's not true.
You for sure, dude.
Me for sure. Alan's just got that commercial success.
Have you guys ever gotten it? Well, neither of you have really had lawns.
For some reason, I thought you were going to say, neither of you guys have ever had lice. I was just like...
I grew up mowing the lawn, and I...
yeah, dude, what are you talking about?
did
I've had
enjoy it.
lawn my whole life.
Yeah. But like your own lawn. Like owned a lawn, right? Like you had to
No.
mow your parents' lawns, but you've never had your own
Do
lawn.
you have a lawn?
It's shit. It's awful.
Oh,
The
yeah.
Seattle
What's going
house-
on with your
the
lawn?
Seattle house has a shit lawn.
I live up on like
A praying
a
mantis?
basalt canyon cliff, and it's just impossible to grow grass where I'm at.
I thought
I'm
you
thinking
had
about getting
grass in
turf.
That'd be sweet, dude. We could run my 40 for once and for all.
No, it's not. Well, you'd have to go back, forth, back, forth, back, forth.
Yeah,
Still do it.
So this is only like
20.
15 yards worth of lawn.
Still do it, dude.
Yeah, I've been thinking about getting turf. There's a neighbor that has
be
like
nice, dude.
turf lawn, and Mac Ayers was in town. Shout out to Mac Ayers. He's like, yeah, my mom has turf. She lives in Jersey. I was like, what? You got dogs? Yeah. You just hose it off. Wait, what? Yeah. You just like dog poops on the lawn. You just grab it with the normal scooper and then you hose it off.
Yet again, another non-analog technology Alan wants to utilize.
I mean, okay, well, let's think about grass. How dumb is grass?
It's amazing, dude.
It's amazing. Get me right, but like theoretically, this is a plant we don't eat.
Now I'm just poking.
No, let me go. Let me go.
Let 'em
Theoretically, right? Like if you look far enough away from grass, what is grass? It is you have to cut it. It does serve a purpose without question. It's nice to be in grass. Of course, right? I'm not, but other than like it looking nice and every so often going and like standing on it, you don't eat it. You waste a shit ton of water every year on it. And a bunch of fertilizer gets into the groundwater because you have to fertilize it every year in order to get it to grow. It utilizes a lot of space that could be utilized to grow food. A lot of reasons why lawns suck. I'm going with
just
the Turf
waiting.
Daddy. But if I go with the Turf Daddy, I can't get the robot lawnmower, Steven. Now my worlds are colliding. Eliza.
And Peggy.
Oh man, you're an asshole, dude.
You will never be satisfied.
Which one of the
You will never be
Skylar sisters?
satisfied. You will never be satisfied. Eliza.
You sing it like that because you were making fun of it and you don't.
No,
like it.
I'm
yes,
not.
you are. Speak the truth.
I'm not making
Speak
fun
the
of it.
truth. Don't
And-
just say what you think people want to hear.
A lot. There was one point in the show
One?
that was corny.
One.
Yeah, Eliza. It was corny.
That's
That
not
was
even
a
what
corny
happens.
choice. What?
She's great when she sings that
Oh,
part.
she's so good. Is that what's her name? Sue?
You're Philippa Sue.
Philippa Sue. Oh my God.
That's not her singing that though. That's
really
her sister.
Oh, that's the
I don't know
the
her,
older
I don't know
sister.
her actor name. Yeah.
Yeah, Philippa Sue. Oh my God, she stole the show for me. Her and the
I start doing that with that show, and then I'm like, oh yeah, no, it's definitely Eliza. No, it's Skylar, or not Skylar. What's her sister's
Are
name?
you thinking
Steve?
of Dawson's
Angelica.
Creek?
Angelica. And then I'm like, no, it's actually George Washington, dude. George Washington
Oh,
kills
shit,
it. And
yeah,
then I'm like,
he
no,
was
no,
so
no, no, no,
good.
no, dude. It's Philip, the
Yeah, I mean,
Anthony
listen,
Ramos
every
character.
single
And then I'm just like, at the end of the thing, I'm just like, it's a fucking every single person.
everybody in that
Yeah.
show is unbelievable.
Hercules Mulligan. Ooh.
Yeah, I like him a lot. But I think my favorite
Oh,
character
David
was
Diggs, dude?
probably the King.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, yeah. That's what happens. See, like you start doing it. You came
guys
on
wanna
being
watch
like,
it again?
Eliza.
Do you want to watch it on tonight?
Let's just
on my
watch it
birthday?
right now, dude, for the podcast.
Eliza.
You will never be satisfied. You will never be satisfied.
What's another good? We watched the David Byrne stage. Very rarely do I see stage productions filmed and it turn out okay. But the David Byrne
Dude.
one and the and Hamilton were epic.
Me and my friend Lucky Fingers Malili grew up in high school watching the Eagles Hell Freezes Over documentary
Oh, yeah, so
every
good.
day after school.
Yeah, you were
from
telling me
like
about that.
10th through 12th grade. We'd come home. This is like back when I was smoking weed and busting out of school too. And we would come home. We'd eat like 3 orange bag Costco chimichangas and like 17 Mountain Dews. And then we just like lay on the couch and turn on Eagles Hell Freezes Over. Like, I'm not a good guitar player, but I didn't know how to play at all. And I just started playing like bing, ding, 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 ding. Ding, 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 ding. Ding, 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 blah, blah, blah. On the dark desert highway. Yeah, dude, I just sang along to every single song.
How good
dude.
is
A cool wind in my...
How good? Why am I forgetting his name? I'm so
Timothy?
bad with names. No, the guitar player.
Oh, God. Blah, 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 blah. Oh, fuck. I don't know, dude. Now I'm
He's the
fucking it
greatest.
up, too.
He's so lit.
This sucks.
That whole documentary.
He died.
No,
The guitar player?
the lead guitar player singer died recently.
Yeah.
I'm talking the guy
Don
who
Henley?
should have died like 17 years
Oh,
ago.
fucking Joe Walsh?
Joe Walsh. Yeah. What a ledge.
Yeah, dude.
Can
he's-
barely talk and still goes up and just like
Oh my
hits
God,
every
dude.
harmony part perfectly.
Ding, ding,
And
ding,
there's moments in that documentary where he's like,
ding.
like
Yeah, the beauty of Hell Freezes Over is that it's like just strictly a concert DVD.
which one
So-
am I thinking of then?
You're thinking of like the Eagles documentary where they're on the road. and
That
stuff.
was the one I was thinking of. Yeah, when they go back to like
No.
old Joel Walsh footage and
No,
the guy,
this is-
he just looks like you know, like a zit, like prior to it becoming a whitehead, where it's just like really red and bubbly and
Oh,
just like
yeah.
this open sore. kinda.
Rosacea is what the folks call that.
Oh, Rose. Oh, Rose.
I used to get pretty bad. Well, no, I didn't have a rosacea, but I used to get blotch face.
Hell blotch, bro.
Hell blotch,
Yeah,
dude.
because you're allergic to alcohol.
I know. Good thing I'm drinking a beer.
Mm-hmm. It feels like a good spot to end this one, man.
Does it?
Shout out to Rosacea. We love you, baby.
man.
Hang in there.
Thanks for
Let's just
being
finish this one more time with the pick of the
Put
week.
it on. Hell freezes over, dude. Put it on. Let
No, we're
them
gonna put it on
close us
the
out.
pick of the week right here, baby.
Pick of the week, baby.
Put it on the screen, Stevie.
Is
baby.
that
Yes.
Kraz Meriden?
Dude?
God,
I'm
he's hot.
trying to think who you look like, bro.
He looks like Hugh Jackman, dude, in the Logan series.
Definitely got the burns, but
Huge
I'm
Jackman.
Huge.
super stoked that somebody took the time to make a technology that can take away the beard without taking away the beard.
Yeah, keep making technology, people. It's going to just win. Goodbye.
I'm going to bed.
No, we need to do one more.
Oh, boo-boo, did you just make it to the end of the video? Yes, you did. Do you want to see more videos just like this one? Do you?
Well, then head over to patreon.com/live at the lodge, where you can support the How Good's This podcast, as well as the entire Live at the Lodge family.
Yep, yeah, you're going to get exclusive merch, personalized shout-out videos. Me and Jules, we're going to show up at your house and baptize your nephew, huh? Check it out, patreon.com/live at the lodge.